Okay, it tells me I'm live. So go ahead and let me know if you can hear me and if you can see me, if everything looks good, and we will get started. Uh, don't forget to check out the affiliate links down below. See if there's something that you're interested in. They are affiliate links, and I do get a commission when you make a purchase through those links. So check it out and see if there's anything there that would interest you. I see that Diane McMahon is in here, and 3B Homestead. Mom says she can hear me. That's good. I think y'all are still in here. 3B and Diane. I know Mom's in here. There are 10 people in here, 11 people in here, 11 thumbs up. Waiting on the chat to go. And there we go. Patricia and Amanda. Hello. Reba. Oh, I should have brought my glasses over. I didn't. As you guys can see, I am inside Mom and Dad's house again. How does this work? Yes, it goes that way. The giraffe's behind me. 3B said they're here. They had to watch two ads. That reminds me if it goes into ads while we're live, try if it'll let you to skip them and stay in the live stream. I'd rather you be in the live stream while it's live. Now, if it's on the replay, go ahead and watch the ads if they're not too long. If they are like more than a minute and a half or something like that, I don't even watch them. That's a long time. Anna, living in a Grace homestead. She had ads as well. Cindy, I was going to say something. All is well. That is good. You can hear me, see me. I was going to say something and I got distracted by the ad thing. Don't remember what it was. Oh, I'm at Mom and Dad's. That's right. I'm at Mom and Dad's. Last week I was on my phone because I had problems with my computer. And my brother and my nephew thought that the hard drive was crashing. But I did what do you call it when you reset the computer back to its original settings? That's what I did. And it's not working like I really want it to, but I am able to do lives. And, we'll find out if I can do lives. We are here. This is the first one I've done since I did that, but I'm able to edit videos, and I've been playing around on YouTube and answering email on it. So we'll see how it goes. I do feel like one day soon I'll have to get another computer, but for now it is working. I enjoyed having the live stream outside last week, and I fed the bottle baby while I was on the live stream, and that was a lot of fun. And being outside was a lot of fun. But today is like 100 degrees outside. I don't know what the temperature is, but it's really hot outside. And so since this computer was working, I thought I better take it inside. It's 93 degrees right now. 6:33, 93 degrees. So that's a bit hot to be doing a live stream outside. Vandal the Land is number 16 on the thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you guys for hitting that thumbs up. And yes, long time no see. Hope all is well with you. There's Peggy. Peggy, I don't know if I said hi to you, but hello. Kathy, hey all from WC, Minnesota. Don't know what that is. Hot here too, 90 degrees. I am having problems seeing the chat. You're monetized now. Well, good for you. It takes a lot of views to make any money on YouTube. It's very important to the channels that you guys watch the videos and the live. We get paid for the live streams too. Well, you have to watch the commercials, but for us to get paid, unless you have that, unless you have a paid version of YouTube where you don't have the commercials, we still get paid out of that somehow. I don't know how that works, but we do get paid out of that. West Central Minnesota. Okay. Yeah, WC's West Central. Got it. So if you guys didn't watch the last video, I had a video go out Sunday. It is I got a new farm animal. How many of you watched it? Go ahead and give me a thumbs up on the chat, and let me see how many of you in here have already watched that from Sunday. It is about the animal. It's about I got another goat. Reba watched it. Amy watched it. 3B did not give me a thumbs up, but they watched it. They are so defiant. Yeah, so here I am selling goats, and then I went out and bought another goat. Well, the truth, Peggy watched it, I think. Anna, 3B said first emoji they found. Mom watched it. Hey, Susie, how are you? Hey, Joe, I got another goat. It is a buck. I had no idea I was going to be purchasing a buck this soon. I knew I would need to, because I've kept a lot of the does this year and last year, so I knew that would be coming up soon. I just didn't realize it was this soon. Hi, Lisa. Late to the show. You're not too late. Just a few minutes. Yeah, just a few minutes. You're not too late. Doing good, thank you. You'll never know till you buy them. So, but this goat, right? So I needed another buck, right? But then he's got blue eyes, which is something else that I want. Chase has blue eyes. Rocky does not. But I like the blue eyes. I think the blue eyes are pretty. I think they sell better. I'm sure people out there could give a list of reasons of why blue eyes are not good, but I like them. So I did want blue eyes, and he is polled. He is naturally polled. And I found out recently that not everybody knows what naturally polled is. That means that they won't grow horns. It means that I won't have to have them disbudded. So they naturally have no horns, and it's genetic, and they can pass it down and do pass it down. I'm not sure of how the genetic works, but I read somewhere that it was a dominant gene, which I don't know. Seems like it's trying to think of how that would work. Well, I guess if he was just a carrier, then sometimes he would throw kids with horns. So, but most of the time it would be without horns. Hey, Matthew's in here. IGG, what's up? Matthew, I decided not to go vertical. It is hot outside. I was going to go live outside, but now I'm at mom and dad's. Anna, hello. So anyway, he blue eyes, naturally polled, and the price was really good, and I just couldn't pass him up. Now, there is a story behind it. If I can like not look at the chat and be distracted by the chat. I have talked about like several times how I have anxiety, and I have dealt with more anxiety in the past year than I usually do. And I've talked about going away from the house too far causes anxiety. If I drive somewhere and it's unfamiliar, and it's like, an hour away, 45 minutes to an hour or more away, it causes anxiety. I could have a panic attack to where I have to pull over. I can't drive. I have to pull over and kind of get past that, and then I get back on the road, kind of thing. If I have another adult that can drive, another somewhat capable adult, it doesn't take much, then I don't panic. I can't say that I don't ever panic. It hasn't happened, I guess I could say. So Amy, living in Abundant Grace Homestead in here, oftentimes when I have to do something related to YouTube, like a meetup that's longer distance, or going to get an animal, she goes with me. Most of the time I drive. Some of the time she drives. It doesn't matter. If I panic, I know that, even if I'm driving and we could pull over, she could drive. And that's all it takes for me not to panic. Hey, Grounds Family Farm, they are here, and we'll call them on time. It's a little over 9 minutes. So I do not see Kay Barnes. She's got a, is she in here? She's got another essay coming. So this is stuff that I have talked about in the live streams, especially. I don't know, I might have mentioned it in videos before, but it's something that is pretty common, something that I have to deal with. It does affect my life quite a bit. So I found this goat for sale, and I found him because I was trying to sell goats. And I was messaging this woman, and the goat was probably an hour away from where I am. And anyway, I started messaging her, and then I asked her questions, and she answered the questions right, because I decided I wanted him, and I told her where I would be coming from, and I also told her, hey, Dad, yes, it's hot, but it's not hot in here. I told her that I would need to get with my friend to go up there with me. I told her about the anxiety, and that I can't go too far from the house without somebody with me. And I told her I definitely want the goat, but let me get with my friend to see when she was free, when she could come up there with me. There was also the thing of he wasn't quite weaned yet. There was a little bit of space there, and but I had to decide real quickly on this goat because she did have him for sale. And so she was like, okay, that makes sense. Just let me know as soon as possible. So I was messaging Amy, and at that time, the time frame when he would be weaned, she had a lot going on, and she was trying to decide. She said she could go on this day around this time, or this day around this time, and it was getting a bit difficult, and she was kind of slow at getting back to me because she was doing other things, and she was trying to look at her schedule and see what she could do. She didn't want to tell me that she could do something and then not be able to do it. Like if I made the arrangements to go pick up this goat and then she couldn't make it, well, I still have an appointment with this woman to pick up this goat. So she didn't want to do that. And so we were going back and forth like that. And this is all through messaging. And so I was explaining it to the woman, she's got, some things going on, and we're trying to figure out a day and time that she could work. And we also had to work on the woman's schedule too. And, hey, Donna. So, I thought, Amy was trying to determine a day, and I'm like, you know what, just let me, send her a message and ask her, cause she knew where I was coming from. Or she knew about, well, I didn't tell her exactly where I was. I don't ever tell anybody exactly where I am. But I said, let me see if I offered to pay a little bit more money, would she transport him to me? I mean, that's not unusual. I have transported goats to people before. I sort of say before the anxiety was like it is. But I actually remember a time when Mom went with me because of the anxiety. We went, a couple hours out, I think. But, if I pay for transport, would she consider bringing him to me? And her response, this is through messaging, like texting. She said, no, sorry, can't do that. And then she blocked me. Like she just refused to have anything else to do. We talked for, off and on all day. And I had decided that I wanted to get the goat, and we were just trying to decide on the right day and time. And I don't know, me asking her if I paid her a little bit more for her to transport him, would she do that? And she just sorry, no, and then blocked me. And I was mad, right, Amy? I was mad. You scammed you? What do you mean you scammed you? I was not happy. I was angry. And a few days later, I was still angry. I wasn't still angry, just whenever we brought up, hey, this goat's coming, I got to get ready for it. Then I got angry again. And then so this last weekend, Sean and Curtis, Amy's sons, were going to come over and work at the house. And Amy's like, why don't she just go up there and get the goat herself? That way the boys can be at my house working, and she doesn't have to take a chance on something that I might say to the woman if I was to go with her. I thought that was very rude. Like I really don't understand what her thinking was. I mean, why would that bother her so bad? I mean, it's not like I asked her, like, here's the price, and then I asked her, would you bring it to me? And it's not like I said I can't come get it. She knew the situation. She knew the anxiety. She knew that I was relying on Amy. She knew that Amy had stuff going on and that we were communicating back and forth. And I offered to pay for it. And so I don't know. That was just rude. So anyway, Amy, while Sean and Curse was over, Amy and Savannah went up there and picked the goat up, and he's mine. And I need him. I don't know. I wish she knew I had him. I don't know. I wish she knew I had him. That's all. So now I'm gonna get back in the chat because I looks like missed a whole lot of stuff while I was talking. Let's see. I talked to Lisa. Anne, hello. Matthew's in here. One Scott. I still don't know your first name. Grounds family. Howdy, howdy, everyone. Jovita. Hello, Jovita. Debbie. Everybody's just saying hi to each other. Donna Carpenter. I think I said hi to you. Lorie Cart. Don't remember saying hi to you. Hello, Lorie. Guys, if you have any questions, go ahead and put them down in the comment section. I mean, not the comment, in the chat, so that I can get to them. Don't really have a whole lot going on as usual. Just I did my little rant on the woman not wanting to sell me that goat. Simply Jan Homestead has made it in here. But Jan, where have you been here? Jan, you're late. You're late, Jan. Almost 20 minutes. Where you been? 3B. Is it which one? Is it both of you? Is it Colton and Brooke? I noticed they said I notified K Barnes, no excuses. So last week, K Barnes came in quite late, and I gave her an essay, and I told her she needed to write an essay for being late. Working cowboy right now. I gave her an essay. She needed to write an essay for being late, and she said she was going to write one on mini mules because I had talked about mini mules in the last live. I want a mini mule. Anyway, she sent me a picture, an email of a mini mule, and said a picture is worth 1,000 words. So that's not going to work. And then now she's not even in here. She's not even in here now. She could have just told you. Cindy says she could have just told you she couldn't bring it to you. No need to be rude. I know, that's what I was thinking. I thought, no harm in asking, but apparently there is harm in asking. How's the new goat adapting? He's scared of me still. He's still real shy, but he is eating. He's calmed. He got out once. I went into the pen to get him, and he got away from me. But he's back. What did I do to take her off? Jan, I don't know. Just being me, I guess. But how much? I don't even know how much of that story you heard. I don't know if you heard. I don't even know. Becky said I think it says that brings the true meaning. Got your goat. Yes, she got my goat, but I got her goat. So Tina Hurley. Hi, Lorie from Leroy, Illinois. Well, hi, Tina. Cowboy says hi. Simply Jan, I moderate for other channels, so I split you up. Sharing is caring. See how it is. That mean woman probably scared the little fellow. I don't think she was mean to the goat. I think she was mean to me. I am not going to repeat the whole story. Jan, it's I'm not going to repeat the whole story, but I was talking to this woman about buying a goat, and I asked her, just, this is like the really short version. I asked her if I paid her more, would she transport the goat? Would she bring the goat to me? And she blocked me. She said, sorry, no, and then blocked me. And I had no way of reaching her. I had no way of continuing. I mean, like, we had made an agreement that I was going to buy the goat, and was coming down to a day when I could get up there and get it. And she blocked me. So here's how Amy got it. I guess I didn't really finish that story. Amy messaged her about the goat. I gave her contact. This was all through Facebook. I gave her contact information. And so Amy acted like a buyer, did not tell her who she was, and that she knew me, and that she was the friend I was waiting on to, get the write-up. She didn't tell her anything. She just messaged her about the goat and acted like a buyer. And that's how she got her to sell it. Did you get the shade figured out for the boys? Cindy wants to know. So yes and no. I was actually talking to someone about that today through an email, but I think what I'm going to do, well, dang girl, that's dumb. Jan says, I thought so. You want to sell a goat, especially a buck, man. They're hard. So I think I'm going to just get another one of those cheap cloths, shade cloths, and put it up with T-post and hope that works. Now there is shade in their pen. The shade moves. I mean, it's like it would in any pen. There's not like a shade tree that somewhere around that shade that tree is going to be shade, but there's shade like in front of their, like, so when the sun is rising, there is shade on the backside of their two shelters, and there's shade by the shop. And then as the sun gets completely over them, there's still a little bit of shade by the shop. And then, of course, when the sun's going down on the west side, then the shade is moved to the front of the shelters. And so I think what I'm going to do is attach one of those cheap shade cloths to T-post over their water, like to the T-post where the fence are, and put it over the water and T-post in their yard, and hopefully they won't mess with it. I'm going to look and see if maybe I have some taller T-posts to put in their yard and attach it there. I did make some changes over the weekend to their place. I did put a shade cloth on. It says there's an ad coming. See if I can stop it. I think I stopped it, but I put a shade cloth on the fence in front of the waters to try to protect the water from the sun as it's coming up. Now, once it gets up over the top of them or coming down on the west side, there's still sun on the waters. So I wanted to kind of protect the water and give them a little bit of extra shade there. I didn't want them to have to chase shade all day. So that's what's up with the shade. But I am working on something, and I'm working on a video that I haven't gotten together yet. Let's see what else somebody else got. Hey, Gail Southern Living is in here. Haven't seen you in a little bit. 3B1 says, I wonder if she watches your channel. That I doubt it. But that would be funny. That would be hilarious. Matter of fact, Amy, you have her contact. Like, man, I don't know. I don't know. So I don't like, I don't mind talking like with you guys about the anxiety, but to go purchase a goat and then try to explain to this woman that I have to have someone to hold my hand to go pick up the goat because I have anxiety. That was like, it's not something I want to do, but it was the situation, and I needed to understand that I am interested, but give me a second, because I'm trying to make arrangements with another person to get me there. And so I was angry. But it would be funny if she watched this live. Simply Jan says, that's my girl, Amy. Let's see. I need an air-conditioned suit. Yeah. No, the chat just jumped. Amy says, well, I do have a couple of those. I might try to talk Lorie into letting me use him for. The thing is with that is the last time you wanted to use my buck, then was last week and the week before, you're blaming me because you have little goats. You say it's my fault that you got into the little goats. If you want to borrow my buck, you can borrow him, but it's not my fault you got little goats. Lorraine is in here. Hello, Lorraine. I'm hungry. What did I get? I'm hungry for an old-fashioned A&W root beer float. Well, that is interesting. Do you guys have an A&W where you live, Patricia? Kay Barnes is probably out watering and tending to animals. I just looked to see who was live, and it was you. Yeah. Lorraine says I need to go watch the first part and miss what that was all about. Yes, you do, Lorraine. It's kind of a long story. Yeah, it kind of took me a minute. Reba said, no shame and anxiety. I have it myself. And yeah, Reba, I talk about it because it affects me. It affects the lives. It affects where I go. It affects how I work. It affects my sleep a great deal because I'll wake up in a panic attack. I won't have a dream. I won't have a thought to go with it. I wake up in a panic attack. I don't know. So it affects my life. So I don't really have a whole lot of choice but to, if I want to get out and do things, but to talk about it. If I want to go pick up a goat, or if I want to do a live stream, or, I mean, there have been nights where I haven't gotten any sleep and I've missed work. Not a whole lot. But that has happened. Matt says, A&W, no thanks. Come on, Matt. Root beer. If you guys knew how much sugar goes in those A&W root beers, and I'm not talking about the can, I'm talking about the root beers made in the stores, in the A&W stores. She got denied, basically, then blocked. Yeah. I got hey, Karen. Karen Spear is in here. Yes, Reba, it affects your whole life. I was wondering who you were talking to, Amy, when you said Scott. Patricia, no, I need to go purchase ingredients. This hot weather anxiety is rough. Prayers. It's not. It's better than it was here about like 6 months ago. The biggest problem that I had was at night. That is the hardest time. Nighttime is the hardest time. And so it does affect my sleep. Sometimes when the sun starts going down, I feel anxiety creeping up. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. And sometimes there's a reason for it. Like, it might be a stupid reason, but there's at least a thought that has triggered the anxiety. But then sometimes I'm asleep and I wake up in it, and there's no reason, there's no thought, there's not, anything there that I can look to and say, well, that caused me to have a panic attack. Kelly Clayton says, hello, beautiful people. Peggy, I only have panic attacks with heavy traffic. I can't drive or hardly ride in bad traffic. Yeah, I don't like bad traffic. I hate going to Tulsa. Even with someone with me in Tulsa, it makes me tired. And that's going to be because of anxiousness, not necessarily anxiety, but being anxious. It makes me tired. But I tell you what, I'm getting to where it's hard to go in Walmart, and it's not. It's like it's the people there. It's not the big store. It's not like all the people. It's the behavior of the people. It's the behavior of the people in the parking lot. It's the behavior of the workers. There was there's a lot of the where you check yourself out. What are those called? Where you check yourself out. I go to the lawn and garden section because there is always a register open that has a live human being, or at least most of them are, checking you out. And this last time I went to Walmart, she rang it up and she did not tell me the total. I'm waiting on a total, and I've got to look at the screen and see my total, which I'm not used to that. Like even though you got a teller there that's checking you out, you still have to. It's as though you don't. Like, they don't talk to you, and you gotta look and see how much the total is, or you have to ask them, and then they act irritated that you can't just look at the screen and see for yourself. And sometimes I can't see, depending on how big the letters are, the numbers are. Anyway, she bagged the stuff and just left it on there. Like, I have a cart or a basket or whatever you want to call it. And she put stuff in the round thing with the bags. And then she was done with me. I gave her I paid with a card, and she handed me my receipt and proceeded to ring up the next person. She didn't get the bags and put them in the cart. She started ringing their stuff up and putting them in a bag. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. I got to get my stuff. I'm going to end up getting their stuff if you don't let me get my stuff. And so that kind of stuff, just the way people are different now. And that Walmart is really bad. Well, and I don't know if it's just this Walmart that I go to, or if that's, I don't know. It's a crazy world. Matthew hates Tulsa too. Let's see. I've been here listening. I could not chat for some reason. Well, I'm glad you got it figured out. Okay, so that reminds me. There are a lot of people that are leaving comments and they think they're in the chat. If I don't respond to you, hey, Ed Kirkpatrick, just saw you jump in. It's good to see you. If I don't respond to you, I try to read the chat. I try to, and I'll miss a comment every now and then, because I don't have a lot of people in here, so usually I can keep up with the comments, and I'll scroll back up and look. And if I don't, you're either blocked from the channel, which there's like 2 people that I have blocked. I'll block looks like bots, or when I go vertical, I've got people that come in when I do the vertical live stream and it's on the YouTube Shorts, and so just anybody and everybody sees it because they're just scrolling through YouTube. Doesn't necessarily need to be somebody who is interested in homesteading or anything like that. So they come in and they ask ridiculous questions, and they're rude, and they're saying vulgar things. Those people I'll block. Other than that, I think I've blocked maybe 2 people who I knew were legit people. You know what I mean? So if I'm not talking to you in the chat, that probably means that you are leaving comments rather than typing in the live chat. And it happens a lot. YouTube changed how that works, how that looks on especially your phone. And it's real easy if you're on your phone to start typing in the comment section below the video rather than in the live stream. I do go back and read those comments. I do see your comments. But if I'm not talking to you during the live, I'm probably not seeing your comment yet until the live is over and I go down below the video and start reading comments. And then you'll see me leave a heart there letting you know that I did read it. Kelly says, and sometimes when I go in very crowded places, all of a sudden it sounds like all the people are in my head talking. I don't have, that doesn't sound familiar to me. I know I am more sensitive to lights and sound when I'm anxious, and I don't know if the anxiety triggers that or if the lights and sounds trigger the anxiety. I don't know. But everything seems to be, I'm more sensitive, amplified. Self-checker. Awful customer service. And yeah, everywhere. And Walmart's big. So there's more of it. There's more people. There's more of it. And so Walmart is very hard. But yes, everywhere. Any drive-through is bad at any restaurant, except the only exception might be Chick-fil-A. I've never had bad service at Chick-fil-A. Even when they've messed up, they've more than fixed it. Cindy says, mine got so bad, finally had to get medication for the attacks. I only take one when absolutely needed. I think knowing I have them actually helps. Yeah, Cindy, knowing what it is helps, and having someone to talk to. If in the middle of the night I wake up and I'm in a panic, I can text someone. If somebody will respond in text, then I can eventually calm myself down and go back to sleep. Sometimes I have to call. Either way, like, it doesn't go beyond that. 3B says they rely on those self-checkouts now, so they probably don't think they have to talk to you. It's sad. Is it that, or are people just different? Like, I don't know. Meg's little house in the country. Hello. Cindy, good evening, Lorie. I just got on and I wanted to say that you are doing an amazing job on the animals by yourself. Thank you, Cindy. I appreciate that. We have some good folks at our Walmart, which you try to avoid. You try to avoid the good folks. We have some good folks at our Walmart, which I try to, I got it. Jan, I got it. I got you. Jan's trying to avoid Walmart, not the people. Grounds family said, hello, everyone else. I missed your chats early because I was listening but still working outside. It's hot. Yes, it's too hot. You should be in the chat talking to people. It's too hot to be out there. Chick-fil-A is the best. I am at the bottom of the chat. Kathy, people are different. Too much self-involvement. Customer service in many places have gone downhill. Yes. Yeah, things have changed. Just everywhere. I can't think of a place that hasn't changed. Well, it's good that you're inside cooling off because it is really hot out there. It's dangerously hot. It's been hot in Rhode Island, says Kelly. I need to get Chick-fil-A now. Colton just came in. So it's almost time. It's almost time to get that black doe's babies disbudded. The moon spotted the last two that were born, the moon spotted little doeling and the white spotted mini La Mancha. It might be this weekend coming up. They may be ready then. I don't know. I need to check them. I hate taking them in to get them disbudded. Hate it. Lorraine says things are different now, especially young ones. They can't talk to people as all they know are the phone screens. They don't even talk to their friends, only by text. Yeah, and a lot of times when you text, whatever is being received is open to interpretation. Like you don't know how, you don't know the meaning behind the text most of the time, or half the time, I guess, not most of the time. No, supper. It's dinner. Dinner. It's not supper. It's dinner. She said I had to ring my triangle thingy, tell them supper is ready, but she meant dinner. All right, 40 minutes in. I'm out of things to say. It is dinner. Other than that, anybody have any questions? Otherwise, I'm going to get off here. I'm not going to just sit here and look at the screen or the chat. Jan, that's not right. Gail, Southern Living. I only use the checkout with people for a full basket of groceries. If I only have a few items, I do self-checkout. I have used self-checkout, and I don't know why. Just to try it, I guess. I hate them. I hate them. I hate the change that's taken place more than I hate the self-checkouts. Now, if something, if something happens, if it rings something up twice, or if something won't ring up or something, you still have to wait on somebody to come help you. And sometimes that's real quickly, and sometimes not so much. But I think maybe I just hate the way things are changing, the way that things are going, that causes me to hate the self-checkouts. Like, I hate them. Kathy says, Lorraine, so true. People do not know how to interact one-on-one anymore. Sad, the loss of social graces. Yeah, and I wasn't good at that anyway. No, it's dinner. It was interchangeable in my house growing up. Oh, dinner and supper? No, it's definitely dinner. Who stares? What are you talking about? Oh, when they're watching everybody do the checkout? Is that what you mean? Yeah, like I said, self-checkout puts people out of work. Gail Southern Living hates AI, and I do too. I was noticing a while ago. So I noticed that Google has changed. YouTube has changed. Some of the things they point out to you, but the stuff that YouTube is presenting to me has changed quite a bit over the last 2 or 3 weeks, I guess. And I was thinking today, I was looking at all this, how your homepage is full of stuff, and it's full of stuff. Like, it's full of stuff that I will watch. Like, and I was thinking today, how do they know? I mean, we're talking about old interviews back in the 70s and 80s, 90s. Then I would watch different people. I'm not going to get into too much of what would interest me on the internet, but yeah, it's like I was thinking, how did they know what caused the change? What did I do to trigger this change in what they're showing me on YouTube? And how do they know? How do they know me so well? I had no idea that I would want to watch that, and I see it, and I definitely am interested in it, and I'll watch it, and I'll go on to watch another one. It's really weird. I don't like it at all. I think the chat has spoken, LG. Supper is on. No, it's dinner. It is dinner. I don't care what the chat says. I use the self, but I'm too old for all the crap. They watch you like a hawk when you're doing it. They may as well check you out. That's true. Yeah, and they, if you have, like, Mom and I went to Lowe's, and it was only self-checkout. That was the only thing available. Well, that in itself made me a little bit angry, a little bit irritated, But then we were buying totes, and I walked up. I'm carrying the tote, and I have the lid off. I have it open, and I'm walking up to the register with it open because I know there's a camera there. I know there's a woman there watching us. And so I walked up with it open. It was plain to see that there was nothing in it. And then when we started ringing up, I set the lid down on it, and then she walks over and wants to open it and look inside of it. And I had some things to say about that. I wasn't friendly. I wasn't very rude, but it just irritated me. She watched me walk up, and then she walks over and opens it. Like, I don't understand that. Lorraine says breakfast, lunch, and tea at her house. Dinner is not lunch. Lunch is lunch. Dinner is dinner. Ed's got to go feed and water the chickens. Jan, what does he do? Your husband won't do self-checkout. What does he do if there's not a someone to check him out? Does he go get them? Does he ask them to help? Because I actually have done that before. Good night, Ed. Outdoors with Vance, hello. Mom says, smash that thumbs up. As long as I have an option either way to check out, I'm good. Kelly says, if you click on it one time in Google, it will, or YouTube, it will offer you it again and something like it. Yeah, I can see that, but it seems to have come up with stuff that I wasn't aware that I would be interested in watching. It's not something that I would have thought of to Google. Maybe if I'd thought of it, I would have Googled it, but I hadn't. These things that it's showing me, I hadn't even considered. I'm going to try to skip ads. I hadn't even considered looking it up. It never crossed my mind that I might be interested in it. All right, Lisa, thank you for stopping in. I'm about to get off here too. And it was your personality creepy. Wait, are you calling me creepy? Just kidding. Don't forget what's coming Thursday. I know I'm looking forward to that for some odd reason. Like I hadn't been, like from the beginning, it all got crazy, but definitely interested in what happens this Thursday because they've set up some new rules and new guidelines that they've never done before. And it's like, let's see how this works for them. I'm a better checker than I am. I'm a better checker than them. I bag my groceries perfectly. I do like the way, some of them, they can't even bag groceries. You can ask for a register operator. If there's no other option, he uses it. So when is Sunday dinner, says Patricia. That's usually after morning church. Yes. But when we leave church, we go out to lunch. But we have Sunday, if it's a Sunday dinner, it's in the evening. Oh, there's something you might like. Yes. The debates, Kevin. And they've changed the rules to the debates. I'm just going to throw that out there. Presidential debates on Thursday. I thought of things and never spoke it, and I got advertisement for it. That's pretty freaky, Jan. Are you sure you didn't speak it? I do. I have seen where if you watch something on Facebook, like if you watch a reel on Facebook, it will show you another reel. Like if you watch like Michael Jackson, it'll show you another Michael Jackson, right? And then a few days later, it will try to show you a few more. But beyond that, you can come off Facebook and go to YouTube, and then they will try to show you Michael Jackson. They're not supposed to be related, right? I mean, Google and Facebook. Unless you're watching Michael Jackson on Facebook and Google is listening and hears what you're watching on Facebook and then shows it to you. I don't know. Okay, so I've talked to my husband about something and then it shows up. Yes, I've done that too. I've had conversations where, yeah, ads will come up after I've had conversations. It's not the two entities, it's the device you are using. That's disturbing. That really is. I am going to need to get off here. A lot of people are getting off here, and I don't want to be left alone. I don't want to feel alone. I'm kidding, but I am going to get off here. Thank you guys for coming in. Be sure to smash the like button, and we'll see you next Monday.